Hi, this is Rachelle with Journal Life's Journey, and this is the afternoon that Hurricane Milton is supposed to arrive in Central Florida. I'm in Central Florida, but I've done everything that I can do to prepare. So these last few hours before the storm hits, I am going to be working on some craft projects. So I have quite a few projects that I want to finish as soon as I can. They have been hanging around for a while, so I have quite a few things on my desk. I'm gonna be working back and forth on several different projects. I have so many journals started, covers that I started and never finished. So I'm going to try and focus, not create anything new, 100% new anyway, and work on what I've already started at least through the end of the year. So these digitals, this is a freebie available to Scrapcraftastic Facebook group members. And then this was something that I was given from Let's Get Planned.com. I'll link to them in the description box below. This is kind of planner related stuff that I'm using for junk journaling. So I printed both of these out. I actually had this printed for a while. I had a scrap piece of this cream colored cardstock from Michael's that was just kind of grungy. So I decided to use this and I printed her on it. Also, another thing about this cream colored cardstock from Michael's, for my printer, it prints beautifully on it. This isn't a great example, but I've adjusted my settings. I really like this cream cardstock. I'm gonna try their white cardstock. Usually I get my cardstock from Walmart for printing. The penning gear, I think it's 100, it's supposed to be 100 pounds. I don't think it really is. But anyway, I usually print on that and it gives more of a dull print. Not sure what this is. This might be the cardstock from Amazon. Anyway, I'll link to everything that I can link to in the description box below. But I really like, especially if you're printing something with a vintage look, this cream cardstock, it prints great with my printer. All right, so what I'm going to be doing with these is making a writing board. What I've done is glued two pieces of pretty thin chipboard together, cut it down to about 5 by 7. This is the journal that I'm going to be making it for. I have some bits and pieces still in here that I didn't use, that I can use, and lots tucked in the pockets. So I started this a while ago and I've just been adding to it along the way. Um, and so I want to just go ahead and get it finished up. So this is the writing board, and I think it'll fit. Let me see if it's going to fit in the pocket. I might trim it down some so that it can fit in the pocket. I don't know. But then it'll be too small for the page, so maybe I won't do that. Also, it's a very floppy cover, so I thought having a writing board in here would give it some stability. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it fitting in the pocket because I'd have to cut it down too much, I think. It would barely fit. Maybe I should. I'm gonna trim about 1/8 of an inch off and see what happens. So also some of this I probably won't be talking because I'm listening to Ryan Hall, y'all, as well, just to keep up with what's going on with the weather. That's gonna be a really, really tight fit. I'm just trying to put it behind a page to see. I'm not gonna cut it down anymore. If it doesn't fit in the pocket, that's fine. I can just clip it in place. All right, but this is the journal that I'm making this for. Let's put it back in. I haven't decided on a closure for it or anything like that yet, but we'll get to that. All right. So I've already kind of marked these where I want to cut at. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim them down, then get them glued to the chipboard and go from there. All right. So I gave myself hopefully some extra room to glue these down. So I got those trimmed. Before I start working on that, I want to show you these. So these are signatures for this journal cover that I started a while ago. and I've collected some bits and pieces to work with it. This was my test sheet to see what size the pages needed to be. See, it's kinda bent, misshapen a little bit from being in storage. Um, so I'll have to work on straightening that out, but this is it. I think I use Distress ink for the black, and for the red color, I think that was Distress stain. So I'm probably gonna treat this a little bit more. I'm not sure what with what, and I may have put a coat of matte medium over it. This is probably some type of cereal box or snack box or whatever, one of the boxes from the kitchen, and I covered it with packing paper. So I'm gonna be working on getting that finished up and filled up. And I saw the Crafty Cat haunted digital kit, so that's what I'm working with here. I had quite a few pages that were misprints because I was running out of ink. So I did some little trickery to continue to use those pages, like it's showing here. I kind of tacked them in place because I'm going to stitch, but you can see this is not the color it's supposed to be. I printed the same design on acetate or transparency film for inkjet, and that's what I came up with. Same thing here. This was the wrong color. It was a purple color because the printer was running out of ink. So I printed a vellum, and this is going to be a pocket here, but I'm still using this paper, even though it was a misprint. Okay. Same thing here. This is open on the side. Same little trick using the vellum. Again here, vellum. So if you did I no, I didn't seal this all the way. So if you have a mistake like that where your printer misprints or whatever, there are options to work around that. And I don't think I did anything with this one. I think I did these in the wrong order. I'm trying to keep them in order that I originally designed them to be in. So once take a break to let this glue dry, I'm going to head over to my sewing machine and stitch those. So yeah, all over the place, but this is hurricane day, so I'm gonna start out with this little bit of Fabri-Tac that I have left and glue this down as best as I can. All right, so now I need to touch up these edges. Probably should round the corners. So I think I'm gonna sand the edges a little bit, but I'm gonna wait until this dries a little bit more. So I'm gonna head over to my sewing machine while I still have power and stitch the pages in here that need to be stitched, and I'll be back. All right, so I have done the stitching that needed to be done. There's quite a bit of work that needs to be done on these signatures. This is just the beginning. Again, the digital that I'm using is from Crafty Cat USA. I believe it is called Haunted. I'll try and link to that in the description box below. This is the beginnings of that. So I'm going to put this back in here for now. I've already cut up some ephemera. I've printed some things. Got a lot going on here. I've actually used all the ink for both of my printers, printing digitals and things that need to be fussy cut. And I already started on the fussy cutting. So here, I'll show you some of that. I'm going to use these in the fall journal that I need to finish. So I'm going to take those out because I want to make sure that I get them added. And let's see. I think it was just these four. I wanted to use the ones with the leaves on them. So I made a purchase from Calico Collage and from Crafty Cat USA, but I think everything that I have here that I've already cut, except for that. um, is from Fluffy Cat USA. So just a variety of ephemera. Okay, and then I printed some full color, and then I printed some black and white so I could have even more variety. And let's tuck these back in. So yeah. So yeah, I have plenty to do if the power goes out because I have tons of these sheets printed that I can just sit and cut during the day at least when there's light. So I'm gonna put these back in here because I'm gonna try and embellish the pages before I add them in to the cover. And then I put the cover back in the Shein bag. All right. So back to this. It should be pretty dry. Let me put some paper down so I don't make too big of a mess and see what happens here. And I'm just sanding down away from the picture. It's gonna give me that white edge. Then we're gonna come back with some gold or something to cover that. So I think this helps blend the edge of the paper down into the chipboard, if that makes any sense. Let's see. We can use some of this luster wax in gold. It's going to be messy in here. I need to find a way to put these in something so they don't stain up the plastic. So I'm going to give that time to cure a little bit. Then I am going to come back and go over it with the Distress Glaze. So let's set that aside. All right. So while I was cleaning up and sorting through my crafty stash, let's put the glue away for now. Oh, I might need to use that. I found these that I hauled. I don't know when, but I thought I could. These are from the Target, old Target dollar spot. I thought that maybe somehow I could use some of this in this journal. I'm not sure when the last time I showed this was. This has a pocket here on the front. Think I recently shared it. I did something a little different with the closure because I wasn't sure that this ribbon was going to hold up over time. So I kind of added to it, made it weave through this thicker, wider ribbon for the closure. I found these in my stash too. I know they're a little bright for this, but I thought that maybe somehow I can use some of this in here as ephemera. So I had tucked that in. And then this is also where I want to use those pockets. I thought they would go really, really well since I got the blue here to incorporate more blue. So this is the journal that actually comes out. So I'm not sure that I want to put a pocket on the front of this. Maybe, maybe not. This is like a little folio, so I'm thinking maybe it would be better to use the pockets here somehow. Maybe I can open that there and open this one down here somewhere. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. I just want to get it done. So let's open up those pockets first, and I need to decide where this is going to go. I've done quite a bit of work on this, I think, since I last shared it. So that tucks in there. Let's see. It might be too big. Yeah. What about fitting in here? Still too big. These tuck in behind the pumpkins there. Did I make that a tuck? No. Maybe I'll have to save these for another time for something else because they are quite orange. I trim one of these down to put in here. I think I can. So I'm going to just stick that in there because I want to trim it down. And I'm gonna use that one there. Of course, I'm gonna trim it up, clean it up around the corners. Oops, this is a large tag. Let's see. Maybe I could put a couple of those in here. I think so. This is this is a monthly calendar, a blank calendar, just the calendar grid. And then this is a junk journal. Both of those come out. They're on the elastic. I think I'm gonna put this one back here. Maybe both of these. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and round these corners, ink them up and get them going. And it's a little messy on the back. Let's see what we can do to cover that. Got this washi tape. Let's run it over some glue stick just to make sure it stays in place. All right, I hope that is gonna hold it. So let's work our way back. This is also a notebook. This is a blank notebook in here. So lots of writing options in this. And decorative elements. I inked that up already, so that's good to go. So let's work on these. Why's she gonna cover all of that? Let's see about this one. Let's do this. All right, let's get some of these used too. Let's use all of these. Put that in recycling. I might come back and add something to those. Let's see if these will fit in here. That would be perfect if they will. Yep. One thing I don't really have is fall sentiments and labels with words on them. I wish I had some of that, but I don't. I don't want to put all of those in the same area. There's one here. All right, so that's used. Let's go ahead and ink these up. And I printed these on that cream colored cardstock from Michaels. And as you can see, I think the colors look fantastic on this. I think I set it to presentation paper and best quality print. I might have used normal print, but I think for these I used best quality. Should I tape these first? Let's not. I don't know what kind of cutting that was. Use some of my not so cute washi. I'm thinking maybe I should have put washi in place before I cut it, but we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to take that out. I did reinforce with some of my faux vintage tape for this folio. Set her aside. Make some room. I don't know. It would be nice to have some of these on the front. I should have glued the to that before I put it down. Or maybe I can glue it to the back. Let's just take all of them out of the packaging. I think I like that. So let's see. Nope, I like these two. Again, I'm quiet because I'm listening to the weather and yeah, I don't want to miss anything, but I still want to do this until I can't do it anymore. So hopefully I'll be able to edit it and get it up on the usual day. See what those look like once they dry. Let's make sure we can still get access to the pockets. This is going to be like a short pocket. There's a bigger pocket here. Actually, I could use these scraps made now. That one. This one. Make a cute little tag or something to go in there. Well, we have a tornado warning till 5:15. Okay, I think I was a little behind. I was afraid of that. All right. I'm going to put something different here because I don't want the pockets to be exactly the same here. And I need something here too. Ooh, maybe a belly band. Then I got a belly band right there. Let's do that. I still didn't put the leaves down. Might just tuck a few leaves in here. How about that? Let's ink those up though. I gonna get lost in there? It could. I'm gonna glue that down. And I'm gonna use this glue. I think these are paper. Let's not overdo it with the leaves. At least not here. I think I may have overdone it here. These look grungy. I don't know what I can do to spruce them up. All right, so I think I'm gonna stop there as far as recording. I may record bits and pieces. If I keep going, I want to take a break and call my son, see if he needs me to come and pick him up because the wind is starting to blow. So this is kind of what I'm working on. Uh, This and this one that's in the bag. And then you saw the red cover. I'm gonna set that aside. Yeah, you saw the red cover. So yeah, these are the kinds of things that I'm working on finishing up. There's no reason why I can't finish some of these things by the end of the year and get them listed. So I did a video showing how I emboss these. Oh, let me do this one right quick before I go. So I'll link to that video in the iCard up above. Make sure it's clean on the back. Oh, I needed to cut this down, didn't I? Well, I'm not going to. Let's just see if we can put it somewhere else. I can close this. It's not going in there. That would go. Kind of tight though. I guess I still am gonna cut it. Nope, I'm not cutting it. Can it go in here? Yes, it can. Maybe I can do something up here. I'm gonna make it like a pocket. The rain is picking up. Let's do a tuck spot. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right, I'm going for real this time. Go get the glue off my fingers and call my son. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll holla at y'all next time. Bye.